don't know why. This looks really serene, especially with the music. Seems very, very relaxing. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. Feeling pretty good actually. I for the first time in a long time, I've felt mentally clear, which was I was really hoping that was it. I was sick, and I was mentally foggy because of it, but I was really worried it was just because I was like spent basically because I went hard in the paint mentally for like 3 months straight reading and learning shit. So I'm really happy that it was all the other bullshit, but. We have so much to do. Normally, I would shoot the shit with you and talk to you about just about everything, but right now, I still have not logged in at all today. And you boys got a lot to do. So, we're going to go quickly do our dailies, and hopefully some people will jump in and hopefully want to play video games with me, because also there's co-op in this game. You like auto co-op, so we could also do that. But, yeah. Bodhi says, hello, what's good, Bodhi? How are you this fine day? How is the exercise going, Bodhi? How is that body holding up? How is the cardio? How is the cardio specifically after the 2 days that you did it? And have you been doing it back to back? How has it been? What was the feeling of the different taxation to the body, your body specifically, in regards to strength training versus cardio training? Because I found a difference, but maybe you are like, no, Grin, you're on some bullshit. And I'm like, okay, explain. But you might be right. But yes. Bodhi says, quickly, a quick notice artificial island, normal mobs respond. So my last training was for, wait, what? Did artificial island respond yet? So what is the day rating of it then? Is it like 2 days? Or sorry, it was way more than that. Artificial island update came out, I think, on Tuesday. So it's was it 2 or 3 day wait or 4 day wait? Actually, it's Sunday today, so it'd be way more. It'd be like 4 or 5 days. Yeah. Bodhi says, so my last training was on Friday. Oh, for your exercise thing. I got you. So how was it though? Oh, so wait, are you done for like forever now, or are you it's just like you're on weekend, so you're recovering? Question. But if artificial islands monsters respawn, then shit, that's actually probably more. We'll do that dailies real quick, and then we'll bang out the rest. Also, God, I wish they just had the thing where like I could just, I wish I could just say do all of my dailies, or just like mark it on the map and then just teleport without me having to like, when I teleport it demarks it or whatever. It's weird. It's just weird. What's good, Lone Syndicate? How are you? How was the drawing session that you said you were gonna get up today? And if you didn't do it, I'm not holding you accountable. Yeah, good. Artificial Island essentially is on a 72 for mobs. Bosses still not sure. Okay, bosses I think were guaranteed, or like said beforehand that they're very much. I heard a lot of people say the same thing, which is for bosses specifically, it's a weekly reset, which makes sense to me. But it seems like mobs can 72 hour. That makes sense. Huh. Yeah, because I was thinking, man, that's quite the delay. Like, I felt really efficient the first day, and I do regret being so in Artificial Island, being like, it's so good, because it is. I like it still a lot. But I do think I was excited because it seemed like something that you could do every day that was meaningful and that would basically yield you a lot. Whereas it seems like there are like for instance, you can get a ton of level up material, but you can only get certain high level boss material from bosses. So you're everyone's capped out. Like there's a very, very subversive cap on it, so you're going to be able to have an expenditure of paint and like metals, which is good because you want to buy stuff from the shop, of course. But it's not so good if you're like, no, I wanted to maximize my shit as soon as possible so that it's just fucking cooking out the gate, and hopefully that'd be more efficient. But doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It's like we're all sitting in the same trough, waiting patiently. Not patiently. That's exactly the opposite of what I described. But yes. Lone Syndicate says, has the voice of fate spoken our name in humble supplication? What? Supplicate? What? What's happening? What? What is going on? I've never seen that word written down. Supplication? Supplication? Supplication. I don't know. Once again, it says the drawing session went great. I got about half of it done this morning. Probably do some more later tonight. Is the drawing session on your tablet, or was it on paper? Because I haven't had an update in a while for the tablet progress. Imagine it, or maybe that's because it became thyself. It became the norm. I don't know. Ba, 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 ba. You said it right the first time. Supplication. Is that right? I said it a lot of times, so I don't remember the first time I said it. But yeah. Also, I know you guys are well sick of me talking about it, and I won't bring it up very much, probably at all, anymore. But I did want to tell you guys one more thing about something that it was just like a story time wise. It's more of like just a weird happen chance thing. Anyways, so you guys know, but I've been going down the rabbit hole of like these weird electric transportation, right? I talked to you guys off about them too much. I asked you guys the same question over again, which is a little rough. Anyways, but I went buck wild into that deep end, and I seen this person who was basically reviewing these, electric transportation things, and he kept seeing, or he was over the moon about one of these electric unicycle wheels. Oh my God, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Also, I'm never good at saying anything word wise. Forgive me. Raw-rill, thank you so much. I'm sure it's not properly said, but I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi, I'm Grin. Been doing this for too long. We're just having a sweet fun time grinding a Tower Fantasy. Hopefully had a lovely stream. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Raw-rel. I am the worst, forgive me. Hate me, don't blame me. What an amazing name. It's got sass built in. Bolty says the next one will be on your workout stash, you mean your cardio training? Yeah. Oh wait, so you said Bolty says and yeah, the cardio training really took out my legs, and I couldn't get them up at all. We did a lot of exercises, one frog butt stretch. Okay. One there's a training really made me regret my man. Honestly, man, the cardio and like the searing burning from exercising and doing cardio is bad, but that yoga shit, man, when you're doing some sort of like crazy high octane stretching shit and then your like body lets go and you're like and also I've have many pains throughout like exercise and whatever, cardio pains. Stretching pains, like overstretching pains, it's just painful. Like you'll be tapping your muscle and you'll be like, it's not even close to soreness, which is like an ache. But yes. Rawel says, always a great stream. Very loving people. Karma says, Karma Bad. What's good, Karma Bad? What? Adult? You gotta do adulting? Rawel says, got some adulting to. I see I missed the first comment. Hope your stream goes great. Yeah, absolutely. Take care. I understand people got things to do. Absolutely. I appreciate this so much. I don't get too many raids, honestly. This is incredibly kind. But yes, absolutely enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go do the bounties. Then we're going to go, unfortunately, we are going to go purge the ever-living hell out of our island, which, not really like in line with nature, with the housing system in this game. It's quite the opposite, in fact. It's like, no, you go to your acreage and you devastate the population. If anything comes into your zone, kill it, burn it with fire. And it's like, oh shit, okay. Kind of a rough sentence, but sure. What's good, Secondly? Secondly says hello. What's good, Secondly? How have you been? It's been a hot minute. Are you excited for the new Genshin update, by the by? Your husbando has got Mecha Scaramouche. That seems like a lot, but yeah. Let's see. It says, but what's on the agenda today, Grim? What do we have to do? Cruise. Okay, so well, first of all, the reason why this stream is called Everything to Do All at Once. Not a play on the amazing movie, but no, just a sentence that I It was true. Yeah, so we have to do, for our crew missions, we have to do, where is it? I'm blind. This. We have to do, Rift and Fortress Clash, at least one of those. So hopefully some people will log in and do those with me. If not, there's matchmaking, but I always like playing with you guys more. Also, apparently I didn't do my last daily. Oh, I did submit. Also, can we all agree that this stupid fucking give people food mission is so, I can't even, it's like Bolty gave us a thread of like, here, give them the food that they like. And I feel like it doesn't work. I feel like I'm going on my way to make food for them, and then I give it to them, and they're like, meh, I'm not happy with it. And I'm like, fuck you, piece of shit. I don't know what rhyme or reason is it. Like, she's like, oh, I like something sweet. So then you give them something sweet. Nothing happens. You give them their specific favorite sweet thing. Still doesn't work. And then you go and look at okay, maybe it's a menu thing. Maybe it's like their specific menu thing. What here looks genuinely sweet? Who knows? Maybe gingerbread, kind of sweet. Who knows? Small steamed rice dumpling, not so sweet. Apple juice. I gave her apple juice yesterday, and she was like, no, I'm not really into it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Ice cubes and apples. Apples has built-in sugar, and then fucking sugar cubes. What are we doing? Anyways. This is frustrating. This event sucks. It's confusing as shit. It feels unrewarding. It also requires you to do like recipes and whatnot, which is just annoying as well because it's not built into the game. You're looking at Wikipedias and shifting through. Where the hell does this drop? What enemy is it? A chance drop from a boss enemy? Are you shitting me? Anyways, sorry, it's a lot, but I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the event. Let's quickly go to our housing thing. We are going to go run around for just a chill minute, just real calm, serene minute, and purge every animal on our island. A little rough, but yeah. Once again said, but what's on the orange agenda? Second says low, everything's sweet. Lone Second says, we gonna fight him. Who fight whom? Second says, I am definitely. I cried the moment I saw him. And it's both wholesome and terrifying. But yeah, interesting. He should be the next one to come then. Any like leak news where he is going to be the person that like either they are going to deliver on to him, him basically this patch, or at least near this patch, because they have a lot of stuff to do. They've been like making it rain with characters, and they still got the Archon, like a Dendro Archon to give us, and give you guys, I should say, and of course we got Scaramouche coming out, or like teasing essentially. Who's gonna stand? Or Stained says, phrasing, Grin. Enjoy playing with you guys more. That's not wrong. You can take it however you want it to take it. Alright? I'm not gonna deny what I mean. Alright? It's either you're weird or I'm weird. Okay? And I prefer to let it sit. Lone Syndicate says, it reminds me of the DoorDash event in the early game of Genshin. Yeah, but at least that one kind of made sense. I'm trying to make people food that they enjoy, and there's no pretext. Am I off? Does someone know how to, is there a system of how to make this stuff happen? And it's like, oh, of course. I always feel like I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? Nothing makes sense here, man. Who said, can I have something sweet? And I gave you fucking apple juice, which is the sweetest thing on the menu. And then I also gave you random sweet things I have in my inventory, like cakes and shit. And they're like, you know what? It's okay. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is happening? And every event has been like dumb proof, basically. It's like, go here, idiot. No, here. Exactly here. God damn. Okay. Just follow it through. Yep. Okay. Here's your things. Leave. It's like a fucking old person giving out Halloween candy or something. Yeah, I'd finished my coffee. And guess what? I have another coffee, except it's ice. Because we got a lot to do today. Okay. Yes. Also, sorry, Stade, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm happy to have you. I didn't say hi, forgive me. Lone Syndicate says, it reminds me of the DoorDash event. Second says, I've been busy with school, so I'm behind on a lot of things, but everything is good. That's what I like to hear. 100% that people, life can happen, but I always like to make sure you guys are 100% okay in life, because otherwise, it can be a big burden to hold. Bodhi says, the guide to the Ada Cafe should work if you give them all of their favorite stuff. They will have a heart next to their face. Bodhi, all of it? That's insane. Also, sometimes I'm making food and it doesn't actually work. and it sucks. Also, this is a whole ass grind. I should pull up the, well, no, well, that's the whole thing. I probably should, well, whenever y'all want to grind the new event, or not the new event, sorry, the Rift or Fortress Clash, if y'all want to, then let me know, and we'll do that whenever you guys log on. Cause yeah, this is gonna take a long time. Your boy's not built so good that he can just nuke everything. Instead, it's a slow process of just dwindling health bars. But hey, we're getting resources, so kind of maybe worth, who knows. Oh, by the way, I didn't finish my train of thought. So, lovely raid, not interrupted, but like distracted me. So I went down the rabbit hole with the whole electric thing. I've like been watching that as my like kind of fluff things to want to eat, or you gotta have YouTube channels where you watch just for like goofy fun content, not necessarily because it's the most helpful thing or how-to tips or whatever, but just something that's kind of nice. It's softer. It's just kind of good background noise, that kind of thing, So I've been getting into that, and I remember seeing this person who was basically all about this unicycle, electric unicycle thing. And he was just super all about it, saying that it was like the best thing. It was exactly what he was waiting for. And then I'm watching his channel, basically like working my way up to present day, essentially. And as I'm watching him like gush about this specific weird transportational unicycle thing, I see that he no longer starts talking about it. And I'm like, what the heck happened? Like, and he starts like kind of focusing on a different wheel, essentially. I was like, what's going on? And I'm going down the rabbit hole. So I got like 3 channels I'm doing this with, like going backwards in time and like getting up to present day. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's quite fun, actually. It's also very satisfying because a lot of them do like ride-alongs, and it's like really soothing, actually. Anyways, but I'm doing the same thing with all those other channels. So I went to another channel who was basically first covering the wheel, and I wanted to ask you guys about this in terms of morality-wise and stuff like that, because I feel a little weird about how it was actually executed. So basically, these companies will send these content creators these electric transportation, let's just say, with the express purpose to test them before they launch them, so that they can kind of patch any gaps in the armor, fix their product before it launches. So they give them these content creators. The content creators talk about all the specs and all the fun things like that, right? This guy got that early access to it. And what he ended up doing was he ended up crashing with the wheel, which is already kind of like, oh, yikes. And then he gave it to his friend to do off-roading with, which he was not a part of, but both him and his friend happened to not find anything happened. And then the third day, where he took it out on New York City and, carving away on like fucking, crazy highways or whatever, he heard a pop, the thing fell over and just combusted into flames and was like a whole big, like, electric fire. It's crazy, actually. All that stuff. And then he makes a video about saying like how crazy this wheel is, and how absolutely like the people who make the company that makes it has to be like has a lot of like goodwill to build back with their customers. And I get all that. And I kind of go back and forth in my head of like because to me it doesn't really seem fair that like the company who is like, hey, we're giving this to you specifically to find the flaws in it, to do an honest review, to shit on it, to like tell us where it's failing, etc. All those things, and then for it to basically have failed, and then the guy to be like, I can't believe this. It's like, we expressly gave it to you so that you could test it and break it and try to find the weakness in it, so that we could patch those holes before you launch it. And this person makes a video basically showcasing the board exploding, or basically the electric transportation exploding, and I'm kind of in the middle of like, I kind of think I still fucked up. But I understand that like if you were to get a board and it were to fucking explode, that'd be like a nightmare hell. But at the same time, I have appreciate the honesty with the consumer. I just wish it didn't come with like the vilification of the company that makes the board, because to me they're literally trying to get you to future-proof it, essentially. I don't know who's at fault with that weird thing. Anyways, the whole point of the whole story, the reason I went down this rabbit hole, which is weird, was because that wheel that the guy was like in love with, who I was watching his videos from, was super into it. The reason why I stopped making videos of it is because a couple exploded and into fire, and of course everyone's like, don't touch that with a 10-foot pole, because you don't want to suggest something that's burns down a person's house. And I was like, oh, but it was also crazy because I think like it's one of those things where when you look statistically, like out of the thousands and thousands of a thing, one copy does this thing. I think if you were to look at any other avenue of like vehicle or a lot of those things, they would have those same margins, except it just happens to be I don't know. It is definitely a complicated, weird situation for me. But anyways, thought it was interesting. Another little like tidbit of like, oh no, that makes sense. Why people are like, you may love something, but if media and everything else around you is like, no, that's a danger to society, you're like, all right, I'll use it, but I'm not gonna what is it called? Talk about how good it is to you. Also, let me catch up on chat. Forgive me, got away from me a little bit. I was talking my own bullshit. Second says Leakland says 3.1 playable, but I don't know. Oh wow. So we're still on 3.1, not 3.3. So I think it says 3.3. 3.1. I think we're on right now. So it's still a bit of a way, I think. Lone Singing says, Sekity, I bet you can't wait if that is true. Yeah, I really can't wait. Yeah. Lone Singing says, no offense to the character, but I'm not that attracted to any of these characters enough to try and find the ingredients to make their favorite food. You go by attraction, I go by gain and reward, you know what I mean? There's some pretty good rewards in there. I'm worried I'm not gonna be able to get them all. There's like some dark nucleuses, and I'm gonna wait to get that. I mean, we need those. I'm so excited to see if it's true. I've been saving a little, but it's not enough. Oh, really? Yeah, I forgot. Sekity eventually just said fuck it and just full sent all these other characters, which is hilarious. I'm like, Sekity, you were holding the line, but then you're also holding the line with like buckets of wealth at that point. I think you had like so many Primo gems saved, and you're like, fuck it, and you just let it rip, and then I guess it never stopped. Oh man. Lone Singing says, are you gonna wail from? Yeah, it'd be interesting. Will this be the character that Sekiro goes hard in the paint for? Medical school and whatnot, books, neurosurgeon, all these crazy things. Probably take a lot of money, so maybe not. Not yet. There'll be the day when Sekiro can go buck wild and wail like none of us could. All right, but patience is the thing. Lone Singing says, also, what are your thoughts on Dendro? Talking about Sekiro, I imagine? Because yeah, probably Sekiro. Because I haven't really gotten in there yet. What's good, Nub? Nub says, as much as I agree with it, it might be he just received a review board instead of a test board. I thought what he called it was, the way he even described it in the video is like, no, they send us these to kind of put them through the ringer. And also I feel like it was just, to me, like a lot of times it's content creators are not, it's not even content creators, it's human beings. Human beings will try to obfuscate fault almost every possible concession, it seems like. So for instance, one of the things he could have mentioned was, oh, the board, I full on crashed at 25 miles per hour with this fucking thing it's a tiny piece of metal and plastic and aluminum. And yeah. So like you could mention, hey, if you crash the board, maybe be very careful with what happens after the fact. Make sure that everything is not punctured. Instead, they were just like, I've been riding for a long time. I can kind of get a sense for it. And I'm like, what? Yeah. It just seems like, again, people are not the first person that they communicate. The first thing they communicate is try to make it so that they seem like they take as little responsibility as possible. And again, it's not that like the project itself didn't have like some safety issues, because you would take a lot of the other boards that are like, no, let's make everything. And that was kind of the sense it seemed like I got. Was it they needed to take like a concession in some way, Nub, where like basically like everything about the electric unicycle thing was really good, like the suspension, the distance, the speed, the energy amount, efficiency, everything seemed great about it. But it seemed like the one thing they took like the money from it was the safety precautions, by protecting the battery and whatnot. But I don't know. I mean, man, I don't know. Part of me, if you're driving something that can go 48 miles per hour and it's this big, like about as big as your chest. It's what do you call it? It can go up mountains. It can like take a little bit of a bounce. Like it can like I've seen a person literally run up mountains with it, like and jump off rocks and like go just bouncing around. All that stuff it can go through snow. It can go through sand. A part of me thinks that thing is doing a lot for its built capacity. You know what I mean? Like it's getting some shit. The fact that it's going through snow, the fact that it crashed like 25 miles per hour. You take most things that are like anything. You take a bike, an electric bike, and you crash it at 25 miles per hour, and it slides on its chest, whatever, its chassis, whatever the fucking part where the electric battery would be. I think it'd be pretty good odds that it'd be pretty rough, or at the very least, you should check it before you use it. And this person didn't do that, and I thought, kind of a very like again, I don't deny that clearly the electric fire thing is a thing. To me, there's always a story of like my fucking wheel blew up on me. And the one thing they don't talk about is how the guy was driving extremely stupid and like, you know, smashing into shit and we're like, well, whatever, it's probably fine. And then rode it even harder. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's also that argument. But as the company, the last thing you want is to make something unsafe. If there's any concession that you make, it shouldn't be, especially like we're describing. Like this thing is, if something that goes 25 miles per hour, or so even that little bit, that's enough to be like, hey, you can do some damage not only yourself but the product. So make sure that if the last thing you concede on is the development of the product, I think. But I don't know, I felt kind of torn with it because I appreciated the content creator for being honest with the experience that he was doing testing, but I didn't like the fact that he seemed to obfuscate his responsibility in the fact that it was a test model and it was because it didn't even go out yet. Like none of the reason why I say the wheel thing might be different is because there's no like pre-order for the exact date and when it's scheduled to come out. It's just a bunch of content creators get it and can like pre-order it and then eventually they'd get it. And a lot of companies have seemingly been noted to take their time with stuff and like actually, like again, content creators will have it for like 6 months before it actually comes out to the public. And that's a pretty long time to have a review copy. Usually review copies are like sneakily made to kind of be like, no, it's predominantly made to drum up hype for the product in a weird way. You know what I mean? At least that's been my sense. But also there are a lot of people who use like the review copy as like a means of suppression of your opinion. So like if if someone's giving you something for free, and they've always been really good about giving you the product, so you have like basically $10,000 worth of Sony cameras, the odds of you wanting to be like, the one problem that I have is not that bad, and I know if I say this problem, there's a heavy chance that the company will get like, fine, we're not sending you any more. So there's ways of subliminally being like, hey, all those little problems. What are those little problems when you get a free $6,000 camera? And there's weird manipulation shit there for sure, I bet. Says, I am not, sadly. I graduate in December, and 3.3 is in December too, so I won't have much money to do so. I will roll with what I have saved. Mahoyo, if the stars will align, Sekuli. I have faith. Mahoyo, extra stuff from HoloLab. Oh, I see. Or Hoyo Lab. Sekuli says, and I love Dendro. I've seen split opinions by real. I feel like anyone who's loved Electro are fucking juiced. Everyone who liked Geo, pretty upset. Pretty upset. Because Geo just got buffed and it's like, what the fuck, man? And we're back in the bottom again? Segni says, we are going to get 3.1 update, but he might be playable in 3.3. Oh, I got you. So, like, yeah. Actually, that seems like the timeline that makes sense. Because do you think he'll come up before the Archon or no? I can't wait for new Nilo in 3.3 and Candace. What do they look like again? Nilu is really good. I personally don't like Candace. Is Candace the horned person? Because I go back and forth with her. I like the idea that we're getting like a badass with like fucking stag horns and shit. I don't like her outfit as much. It's like too like wavy, if I can describe it, like baggy, I guess. I know it's like a style and all that, but it's just not my thing. No, I believe he will be before the Archon. Oh, wow. So they're going to bait that out quite a bit. That Archon better be huge. Although, yeah, no, I guess, yeah. Do you think he'll look the exact same as he did when we first seen him, where like basically he's wearing like a samurai big old hat with like a curtain basically following him, with like it's all like transparent and glowy? I'm not sure. Because I was thinking with the one guy who we kept seeing around, the one that's like Razor, 5-star Razor. He was surprising me actually the way he looked. He had like a he actually wears like a hood or like a weird hat thing. And I'm not sure if I like the hat thing actually. Even though he may have always had that. I thought I sworn I remember him with white, like just with white hair. But man, I think I'm remembering now that my memory cows. Also, what's good, Richie? Hopefully you may have a lovely day. Also, God, jeez, please. Nothing. Don't worry about what I'm doing. What about Cryo? You mean like Cryo in terms of the meta? I still think Cryo is pretty good, just because Cryo always has melt. Like it's one of the weird things. It's like I don't think a Fire and Cryo have ever really had like a moment to be like, fuck off, we suck, because melt and vaporize have just been such a staple. Like even if it did get like neutered to like the fourth or the third place in the power rating system, I think people would be fine with it because it's just been so powerful for so long. To where people are like, yeah, if this had to sit on the back burner for a little bit, it's actually okay, you know. Hopefully they'd reinvent it again, but I definitely get that vibe from people. Is that it's one of the things where people are like, yeah, this could take a break. We could stop doing this for so much, you know. Richie says, oh, Grin, will you be pulling for a sign? I don't think so, Rich. I want to. A part of me wants to, because I love the monster aesthetic, and he's basically like an Egyptian werewolf dog, essentially. Like Anubis. I like that. Love that. But I also have so many DPSs and those kinds of characters. Like I already have so many burst characters as is, and also I already have so many electro characters as is. I don't know, man. I want to. If I had disposable income and I could say fuck it, fully send it, sure. But I don't have that yet. So we're working on it. But what do you call it? So to me, I do have enough to guarantee myself a 5-star. And a part of me wants to wait until it's the Dendro Archon, because I haven't, like, if I'm trying to be clever about, like, when I get back into Genshin, if I do, what would be the best run-up that I'd have to have myself the best time possible and be satisfied with my experience? It'd be having a world of Dendro open up to me, and also hopefully having an Archon that is good about doing Dendro, and even if possible healing, because I don't have that many support characters, at least not 5-star supports. Actually, not true. Now I do. I chipped away over time with, like, especially Kazuha kind of made that all come together. But yeah, so I think the smartest choice for me would be to go for the one thing, even though I know I'm shitting the bed when it comes to going with my original premise, which is to get every monstrous character in the game. And that, of course, what's his name, definitely counts for, or Sino or whatever. I can't remember his name. The wolf guy definitely accounts for it. Also, I'm not sure if I love spear characters too much. Well, that's not true. I just never really felt like a spear in that game felt like empowered. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the character to do it. Maybe. But also I have so many characters like him. Like I have Ayato, or I have Ayaka. No, what's his name? Ido. I have Ido. Doesn't Ido have like a last name that's similar to with an A? I don't know. Regardless, I have Ido. I have so many, like, activate this and now you're in like purge mode. You're like in death mode. I have so many of those characters where I feel like it's smart for me to chill out just a little bit. Mosika says, "Yup, he's a 5-star Razor." Yeah, he looks great. But also, I think Ido to me is like, I like Razor. I still like Razor. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know if I need a replacement for Razor. Ido was something that to me was. Yeah, again, I still would. It would be so great if we could get a banner that, I don't know. Maybe that's the determining thing of it too. Yeah, it's just not smart. I was trying to think. Maybe if the banner for him, the 5-star Razor guy, if the banner for him has Garu on it, then maybe, because that could complete my Ido team. But also, I already have Ido. I have Raiden Shogun. You know, like one of my teams would basically be kneecapped, and the one that I have the most developed is my Raiden Shogun team. So it'd be kind of like a. Whereas if I were to have Ido, and I were to wait for the Dendro character, and I hear Dendro and Electro would be so good, so I kind of think that would be the smartest choice. You know what I mean? Because eventually, like, if basically I can complete my ball team. If I get the Dendroarchon, I think they'll mend really well together, but could be wrong. We'll see. I'm not sure. Because I'm basically gambling with my old time because I've invested so much. Also, am I crouching a lot? I should stand up straight. Stop hitting me. Buddy says, who's up for Fortress class now? I'm up. Ready to go? Want me to join on you? Lone Syndicate, you wanna do some Fortress class or nah? You doing something else? You drawing? You just vibing? I'll join in on. I wonder if I can join on you from here. Let's see. Phrase. Dish. What is it? Blueberry. I can't join you. Oh, can you not join while you're in your like weird house thing? Weird. Sino, not. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Sino, not cry. Oh, I see. Cry. I misread the thing. Yeah. Thank you. It's a little bit delayed, but I got there. Thank you. Lozika says, Grin, only electric characters you give got a level is Yai and Raiden. Yeah, it's true too. I forgot about that. That's also something. Raiden Shogun can be. I forgot I have Yai. Eesh. Well, maybe it's better now with Electro, but still, yeesh. It's not. That's why people were like, everyone kept saying like Yai is gonna get like she's just gonna be back. It's gonna be bigger than ever. And I was always kind of like, the thing that always bothered me with Yai is that you can't snapshot her shit and like just let her rip essentially. So I always feel like it feels clunky regardless. Like it's built in. Like the character would have to be able to be eligible to get snapshotted. It's not that she's not good. It's just I don't like the fact that she doesn't sequence. Like it does. The things that work for everybody just don't work for her. That's the thing that bothers me. It's not that she can't do damage. It's just so yeah. I don't know. But I'm sure she's probably gonna be great. Also, if we could after we do the Fortress Clash and Rift, if we do both of them, which server are you on? Just making sure. We're on Radiant server, North American Radiant server. Lozika says, yep, him too was mainly referring to the 5-star. Richie says, which Lozika says, yep, that one spear character Grin got, he never used her much. Is this a meme? What happened? Yep, that one spear. Oh, fuck off, Lone Syndicate. Ball is not a spear character. You psychopath. Okay, she is a absolute katana one sword user. Who the fuck uses Ball as a main? You psychopath. You and Natty both leveled up her main attack. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. I forgot she was a fucking spirit user. But yes, but even then, that's the antithesis of my point. I don't know if there's a spirit character in the game right now that has that like feeling that like a Claymore or even that like an ability or Kazuha or anybody has, that it has that feeling of like dropping somebody. Like every time you hit them, you're just like stab, 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 drop, stab, stab, ba, 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 ba. That kind of like left hook, like hit, dropped, hit, dropped. That's what my Itto has. That's what my Raiden Shogun has. Whenever I pop the ult. And stuff like that, they have those moments where I don't feel like many spear characters have that, you know? So I'm kind of like, All right, we're ready to rip. Fortress Clash hard mode, I take it. Buddy says, I was in Wormhole. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Fair enough. Be patient then. We could win. I'm ready. Yai has always been powerful in my opinion. Yeah, I've disagreed with you a lot on this because I think you always go with like, is the character able to attain DPS in which is sufficient? And I've always thought that's not the way my brain works in terms of scaling. It's always, could I give the same level of investment to any other character in the slight realm of this character, whether it's support, side support, DPS, main DPS, whatever you want to do it. And could they not perform more? And then it's not the question that if they're bad, it's a question of you could just give this to anybody and they would be better. And to me, like again, but also I'll be honest, I'm just pissed that she doesn't have snapshotting. It's like if they fix that, I'd be like, okay, I'm in. But it's the fact that I gotta like play her in order for it to make like magnetize her effort is what pisses me off. Also, it sucks that like this should have worked. You know, she should have been this way, and for whatever reason they were like, that's kneecap her before she exits the hall. Essentially, it's like, fuck off. You bastards. The best pyro girl. Who's the best pyro girl? Eesh. I probably missed a couple of messages. Lonska says, I like... Oh my god, I'm missing. Terrible. Oh, I got clipped. Man, I thought she would have stopped firing at some point. Pain. I forgot hard mode requires some focus. I like my main DPS Yai person. Yeah, that's the thing, Lone Syndicate. That, of course you would like her, because you're basically playing her as a main DPS. But like any person that is using her in a way that makes her so that she's a support is just shit on. Like if you're using as her main DPS, yeah, you can just stand in like an alt or Bennett's alt and then just suck up all the attack scaling. But the fact that like her everything seems to be like set down some pillars and fuck up shit. Instead, it's like, well, yeah, fuck up some stuff. You know, it doesn't really scale that much. It's a whole thing. I don't know. I feel disenchanted by the way her kit looked in comparison to what it actually functioned as. But that's not the first time. Also, I don't see people use Yai that much, so I don't think it's just me. I don't think it's just me that thinks like, what the fuck? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Could just be me though. I don't just because I don't see it doesn't mean you guys don't see it. But do you guys see a lot of Yais in the overworld and like in gameplay and like any sort of content creators videos? Because I tend to not see a lot of any of that. Also, I'm gonna fucking die. So I should not. I meant to you. Okay, I fucked up. I'm gonna get sniped and killed. Oh man, I wish we had a healer. Oh fuck. Yee. Oh, I wasn't even near you, you son of a bitch. That's so stupid. 14 seconds of wait. Yee. Once again, it says, not Ball, the other spear character that they don't knock it till you try it. What other spear character? There's no other spear character besides Shao, but Shao is not even a spear character. I'm talking about a person who like has their main attack or fury mode feels satisfying in the way that like a Claymore character feels, or even just any DPS character. Ball, you know, her ult can basically have, oh my god, I have so much uptime. God damn, these characters is hitting so hard. I'm also playing like shit. I'm also playing real stupid. I can tell. It's got some like rust in the engine. Not good. I use her support. Haha. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. How do you enjoy the support thing? Do you love it? I also think that people who, again, there are certain people who have been playing for such a long time in Genshin that your artifacts and your just time basically will make a character pretty good, pretty passable, like largely passable. To whereas if you look at most people who don't have that, I don't know if they can alleviate their suffering and or issues that easily, I guess. Stop moving. I hit him once. I just ate that for no reason. Get out of there. Oh. Secondly, did you ever get into a God of War anyway? I'm trying to get a gauge of what other games you play. I'm not sure. Yeah. Did you ever get into God of War, the new reboot? Or did you watch a Let's Play even or something? You didn't even watch a Let's Play. That's madness. That's a beautiful story and a wonderful game. Granted, I am a man, so maybe the whole Dad of War was very sweet. And to women to be like, if it was like Daughter of War, maybe. But not so much. I guess that didn't make sense. It wasn't called Son of War, so never mind. But you get the point. Oh, shit. Oh, I just barely got out of there. I just wanted to switch, man. I think we'll be able to get down this person. I'm not sure we'll be able to make it to the next one, which is kind of fair, because... Yeesh. I love Yai as a support. I only play Genshin in the multiverse, and I have not watched or played. Really, man. Okay, so wait, the multiverse. Multiverse is that like the multiverse meaning the cute little Smash Bros beat 'em up kind of game. Interesting. I heard Fluff talk about that a lot. He really liked it too. I think everyone liked that. I hadn't heard. It was such a breakout hit that I was so surprised it would work because. You feel like, well, it kind of makes sense though, right? Like the whole, I'm not sure if you're talking about that, by the way, I can way out, but yeah. Yeah, it is the one, yeah. And what do you call? I see so many people go into that kind of thing, and yeah. Go. Okay. Okay. Too close. We got to be efficient here. This. Teleport that. Use this. Nice dodge! Huge! Definitely not worth using that ability. It's just not leveled up enough to make it good. God damn you and your bullshit. At least we stopped him from moving around. Ooh, right into Bolty. Bolty's healing like crazy though. Shit! Ooh, you might get lit up over there. I think we're able to kill him. We have one more health bar. We should be fine. Also, I think I'm seeing the wrong. Ooh, they both got clipped. Yep. Ooh, is that that's the last health that they? Oh no, they're on just a longer cooldown. No, not like this. Not like that. Oh God, Balti. Oh, Balti. Please tell me you're up. Oh. Balti's still up. An absolute animal, having crazy range with that bow. It's also level 5. It's also a level 5 RSS bow. Crazy. Our SSR bow. I got 20 seconds. Oh. We had, what is it, 15 seconds to kill him? I'm only going to get in there for the tail end of it. Eek. We definitely, I should have probably switched to a healer, because it definitely, you feel it when you don't have a healer in these kind of things. Also, it sucks that they're just doing so much damage. Respawn. Alright, well, unlucky, but a solid 1 box. They got 2 purples. Well, it wasn't the best, but we got by. We got by. I'll be honest, I was playing pretty shitty there. I wasn't really focusing for the first little bit, and then I used up all my get back in action cards a little too soon. Unlucky. Well, because it's also Grin, I'll have you know, my Triple Crown ball hits like a truck. Yeah, no, I know, but would she still hit like a truck without the Triple Crown? Probably. Yes. But yes. But what was the character you're talking about? You're talking about like Shang Ling or something? I can't remember any spear user who's like a good spear melee normal attack user. Or even like yeah, the one guy seems like he'll be that for the first time. It looks like, but also maybe not, because it looks like he just goes to like scratch mode and just starts clawing bitches. Which sounds kind of cool. Oh, right, Hu Tao. Right, no, okay, no, that's fair. I forgot about that. Hu Tao is the other example. Yeah, I thought when I was saying, I was like, I feel like there's one character that is, but even then, it's not Hu Tao. It's the charge attack. But even still, Hu Tao's normal attack can still dunk on people. So no, I thought I was missing something. Yeah, that makes sense. Hu Tao. Hu Tao's pretty good, but I still think Hu Tao's charge meta, as a person who only had C1 or C0 Hu Tao, she felt incomplete without her first constellation. But that's also from a person who had a lot of other options, so that's probably other reasons. I think eventually you'd understand all the strats to it. But for people who had C1, you're on a different level, knew a different level of existence, all that. Man, also with the rate in which Genshin is up, like giving out characters, I am still blown away that they have not increased the volume of skins that they're giving to people, because it just seems like, what is going on? I beg to differ. She's good at C1, but I have her at she's good at C0, but I have her at C1. No, I don't think she's not good. I think that there are better characters though. Like if I were to choose, what do you call it? I think if I were to take all of the investment I have in my Hu Tao, which is pretty nuts, and I were to give it to my Xiao, I think Xiao would be able to pop off pretty good with it. Granted, he's not as complete. He's not as of a complete character as Hu Tao is, but still. Also, what are we doing? I forgot what game we were playing. But yeah, I don't know. I do feel like, yeah, the first constellation to me it makes her feel complete, I guess. Maybe that's the issue, is that it's not that she's bad, it's just that she just feels so incomplete without the thing. And I'm just over it. I can't handle it. I'm like, this is just waste. And I do think there's a lot of characters like Ido who come out of the package with doing pretty good as far as them feeling quite complete as a character. Oh shit, you have one. Granted, I also might be speaking on my ass here because I have Ido C0, but I have his weapon, which is weapon. Well, that's always the catalyst for a lot of things. It's like, but you have your weapon, and then like, ugh. Although Lone Syndicate can speak to it a lot, but Lone Syndicate's also far too like reasonable on everything. He's like, every character's great. I'm like, well, fuck, great. It's incredibly unhelpful, with the exception of Kaya. Yeah, I think Lone Syndicate doesn't have her weapon and also doesn't have her C1. I didn't mean to rub it in, by the way. I just reciting data. Oh, by the way, an aside thing. I was really worried there for a good bit, like for a couple months going, not months, sorry, for a couple weeks going. I was terrified that I made burnt my brain out, or like I was studying for like months essentially, going so crazy with the books and the learning, etc., and like the just craziness with that. That when I thought I made of my first experience of burnout, or my first experience with like not burnout, but just like your brain's exhausted to the point where like your brain's telling you to shut up. Like no, we're not doing anymore. Like we're rebelling entirely. So I thought I was getting to that point, and I was like, oh no. Of course, it's right around the point where I'm supposed to apply all the stuff I've been learning. So I was freaking out. But also, this is right around the time when it was about a week and a half ago. That was right around when I started saying I'm going to get after it again, or get after it with the stuff I've learned. What do you call it? This is the day that I finally started feeling not so sick, and my brain felt a lot more clear, and I was able to do a lot more shit. It's crazy. What would normally take me three hours, took me 10 minutes, in comparison to the craziness of the adjustment and all that stuff. But wild, nevertheless. But no, I'm happy to report that I'm hoping that was what it was. I was just sick, and that's causing you to be quite burnt out. And then you somehow get better. And then you're like, oh shit, I was getting ready to adjust my whole life, my whole approach because of whatever. But then it's like, oh no, you're just sick, dude. Calm down, let it balance out. Okay. I'm like, that's okay. So yeah, I'm happy that I'm starting to get better, and therefore I'm starting to get back my focus, which I appreciated because I was really getting like anxious, where I was like, did I fuck up something here? And I overextended my capacity for myself, basically. But yeah, let's give that poet to that. To you. I'll go into Lone Syndicate. I don't have too much healing. I'll give that to Lone Syndicate. I'll give this to Lone Syndicate. And I'll keep the Volt for myself, but I'll give one of the Volts to, I believe Lone Syndicate has, what's her name? A Nemesis? Enter anyway. I feel like y'all got it. I don't know if we're really gonna find more. Oh my god, it's been a millennia! K Federation, how are you? Oh my god, that coffee is amazing. It's so good. K Federation says, yo, are we Death First gaming in a couple weeks? Is it coming out in a couple weeks, right? I know it released the release date, but I haven't gotten to it. K Federation, we'll probably do streams at the very least. Well, actually, no, I don't know. Okay, K Federation, I don't know, man. Part of me wants to. Okay. The reason why I'm hesitating is because it does come on a PC. So I'm like, do I wait for PC? I kind of want to wait for PC. But also, I'm also trying to make it so that we invest in things that will invest in us, essentially. So, like, I can't give another 2 years to let it die and it still be a niche game that I'm creating content for, essentially. As much as I love the game, I need to also focus on like making content that resonates with people and that people desperately want and can create a community around, etc. Not that Let It Die wasn't that. It's just that it very much always felt like it was held back by its niche, essentially. And I don't know if Deathverse. Actually, I'm curious to hear from you about that, K Federation. As a person I would determine to be a very big lover of Let It Die, who's incredibly enjoyed it. What is your feelings about Deathverse in terms of that? Do you feel like it'll be something that, because we've talked about this before on the stream when you weren't here, but it's kind of the idea of, I don't know if like if this will, like, knowing the audience of the Let It Die community, I don't know if this is going to convert at all. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not meant to. Maybe it's like, no, Let It Die always had a niche community, which wasn't that many people. But I don't know, man. I think Let It Die community was pretty giving to like the stews and the such, you know. But yeah, I don't know, because to me, the only thing that could happen that I think would be pretty cool is if Deathverse does really well and then Let It Die gets a super surge of content or like something. I don't know. To me, the more I think about it, the more I just don't know who Deathverse is made for, besides to kind of be a game that is in the Let It Die universe, but I don't think the fans who like Let It Die necessarily will like that aspect of it. I do think if you like battle royales and you like beat 'em up kind of games, and it is a unique premise, and if they are going to support it for a long time coming because they're like trying to be conservative with the monetary income that they get from it, then that makes sense to me. But I don't know, man. The more I'm curious, what do you think? As a person who I would consider to be a big Let It Die fan, who do you think this is made for, and do you think it will succeed? To phrase a better question, I suppose. K-Federation says, I mean, for what it's worth, I've been a member of the Let It Die Discord for forever. No, I know. I remember you. I remember you. I don't know what he's doing also. There must be a hella lag here. Insufficient stamina. Oh, so that is not that big of an AoE. It's like you get a million miles back, and it's literally just like 2 feet, 2 feet of pop. Also, I will read reply K-Federation. I just keep fight a boss. We actually got quite a little bit of time. I shouldn't be too worried about it, but also probably shouldn't be the one getting on top of him and hitting him like this, because I'm better off. I do more like, I think I have better damage. A hit rate, so I don't have that much impact hit, which I think is the best place to use that, I think. Also, I think that's governed by your stamina. So I think if you have a lot of mushrooms, which I don't know why, I've been holding off. I don't know if who picked you up. I hope someone did. But yeah, I think I haven't been eating my mushrooms because I think it could be a video where, like, if a person's confused on how do you increase your stamina, that'd be a quick video. But I also don't want to take forever. But probably someone's already made it. I'll need to look into it. Oh no, Albie, I gotcha. Don't worry about it. We've all been there, friend. You're a little you need the gear. I get it. You need the gear. You don't necessarily have the means to get after it. I've been there. All right. A lot of things have been there. Also, by the way, whenever we go to get Cobalt B or whatever, or any new character, I am going to be broken from using them, because I have heavily dependent on the just insane utility of Shiro and her ability to do spinnies in the air and avoid contact. I died, but it's fine. Avoid damage, essentially. But yes. Also, yes, everybody died immediately, or they left. I don't know. Very efficient, though. I don't know if I got any good things, but yes, let me catch up on this. Alone Sitting, it says, but GRINN, you've always been drawn to Claymore user DPSs more than any other weapon type DPS type. Yeah, no, that's true. I don't disagree with that. That's why I think Wolf Girl will be badass. But I'm at the point where, like, I don't know what will excite me. I don't know what will, like, what a character will come out that I'll be like, that. And the one spear guy is that, but I don't know. Yeah, no character in the game to me has capitalized on what I've most wanted. If I could get a mix between Hu Tao and like Itto, that would be to me the best. One character that has like a turn on E switch that makes her like amazing, but then also has like utility in that way. But also I want my character to have oomph, like almost like a brawler. That's why I like Claymore so much, is because they have that seemingly weight to them, whereas most spear users feel like kind of like water, you know what I mean? Which maybe is the way it should be, but yeah. Anyways, on the topic of Deathverse, I've been a member of the Let It Die Discord forever, and a lot of people say that your videos help them to floor 40 even recently. Yeah, no, see, that's the thing, Kafer. I don't disagree that, like, I appreciate that immensely. People being sweet and saying that my videos had that helped them. I got lucky back then by just stumbling upon, like, optimizing for search, essentially, and like creating videos that people would look for eventually and find and then watch, which I appreciate. Again, I don't mean to disparage that, but my whole thing is that, like, from a person that wants to basically cultivate a community and being a part of a community that constantly has that going. Yeah, like as selfish as it is, and it is selfish to say, I need to be careful with what game I cover, but also you can never suspect what is going to be popular or what is going to have a crazy big boom and thing. So you got to kind of operate with whatever you're passionate about and whatever you like, cultivate as much as you can, and then be having the heart to say, I love this, I appreciate this, but I'm going to move on now to something that maybe I can, foster an even bigger flame. But I hope it never feels like it's like you're not enough. Unfortunately, the world revolves around, money and attention and all these ever-changing things. So where, yeah, it's not that. If you could, if some millionaire came by and handed me a bunch of money and said, okay, do this for the rest of your life, I'd say, sure. I would do whatever meticulous, tiny community would be enough to fulfill them. And again, it's not, I always hate saying that because it does feel like I'm devaluing you, and it's not the case. It's just that there's the world that values things incredibly more, and I can't just be silly anymore. I also want to pay people back who have given me plenty of time to figure things out, if that makes any sense. But that's on the topic of the Let It Die thing. Cave Version says, so no matter what you do, your content is being seen, but it can't be sure how successful Deathverse is going to be. I personally love it. No, I didn't dislike when I was playing it. I do like more the PvE aspect of gaming though, always. So I feel like that's a big thing. I just don't know if maybe the community for TDM will turn over. I just don't know the base, which I thought was the climbers of Let It Die. And who knows, maybe they'll be able to kindle that same spark of like, keep getting better, keep going further with Deathverse. I just don't know. Perhaps that's even better because it's infinite possibilities for all the wins you could get through Deathverse. Could happen. Boldy says, we should do a raid, Grin. It's very good in terms of rewards, and it's actually doubled. Like, I don't think we can. Do you think we can do the raid? I'm game to do whatever you want. You'd be like, hey, Grin, show up at this time. We do it this time. I'm going to go get our clan members. I'm going to go to other Discord raid things and get 2 other people. Sure, yeah. I'm not sure I'll be able to do the communication comms thing, but yeah, I just don't know if we have enough people in our clan to do that. Bolty. K Federation says, I want Deathverse to be successful, and it is getting more advertisements, a lot more than Let It Die, than the beta. Super active. Yeah, it's true. So it has a lot to have a good following. But I can't. My whole thing is not that like I'm trying to ask people like, do you think there'll be a following enough to create content for? It's not necessarily what I'm thinking of. It's more my thing is like, is there enough interest in this game long term, where you could cultivate interest for a community? If I could make videos, because that was the other thing about Let It Die is I was able to kind of do that for a good bit, with exception to like the community not being extremely big and the videos were doing well but not great. But I was still able to like come up with ideas. Sometimes I was over-treading ground a lot because people just kept wanting me to play Let It Die, and I kept wanting to give people what they wanted. But the whole thing with Deathverse that it's maybe a silver lining is that PvP always seems to have a spark almost. Whereas Let It Die, I felt like I was like, I can't just keep doing the same thing I've already done. Oh my God, we're doing this? Okay. 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 I didn't expect you to do it, but okay. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to do this. Vape and other people are not running it because a lot, yeah. So I'm really like, ugh, because I know people did say that you should have like a healer and all these things, but maybe those things are we gonna die. K Version says, I feel like 90% of Let It Die players are gonna play Deathverse, and it seems like a lot of new players play the beta, so it looks like, so you have high hopes. Yeah, maybe, okay, yeah, I always thought the conversion rate would be a little bit less, but yeah, also, I am worried, Bolty. I'm not sure if we should have done this in hindsight. I thought we were gonna, like, schedule a day to get after it, but I guess I really don't know how we do it. Lower lobby? Oh, do we literally just melt this guy? In that case, I should equip this. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Maybe it's literally just... I thought it was like you have to like communicate and shit. You don't just have to shoot the shit out of him. Well, let's see. Uh-oh. I could just shoot him from range. How much time we got? We got an hour to do this? Well, we might be here for a long time, but we're gonna kill it. We're gonna do our best. You know, Bolty, I need people like you in my life who throw me to the deep end and say, let's see if we swim. If we drown, we'll drown together at least. But at least we're here. Like, okay, I would kind of hesitate and prepare for 50 months. So not good. Not perfect for the actual development of skill and all these things. And a lot of people iframe dodged him. What's good, Red? Red says, hey, what's good, Red? Been a little bit since we've seen each other. How are you? Hopefully, a week has been lovely. How is the mod creation going? Oh, shit. Got to get very far back, because sometimes he'll huck a giant boulder thing at you. Yep, and he just killed a bunch of people. Can't get too close. I've not got hit by him, so I don't know how much damage he deals. So I'm kind of playing overly cautious, because I think he's a raid boss. I'm kind of trying to feel like he one-hit me, but maybe not. Oh shit, he was right on. Okay, we're somehow okay. Red says lost track of time. I've been sleeping a lot. Spending much time on blending. Again. Ooh, blending. Blending like, is that like the modding stuff? That modding speak, I hear? Also, I will read your message, Lone Sikatide, which is kind of me and you busy a little bit. Please don't die. Please don't die me. Back up. Yee. If he lunges at me, ooh, yep, no, he didn't do the most damage. He does do a little bit, but enough to be annoying, but not to be like one-hitting you, which is quite good. Okay. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Yeah, people, you don't want to do that. You don't want to stand extremely close, because he'll throw things at you and the AoE will hit you. Please don't. Oh. Looks like he's gonna run away from me. Oh, I was hoping I'd freeze him or stop him. Oh, a lot of people died. A lot of people got hit too much. I feel like a lot of people were not able to, yeah, you're doing this a little bit too prematurely. I will say, I don't think we have enough whales in our Radiant server. Also, man, we were doing well, and then also look at both the fucking top of line. Lozika says, they say acceptance is honest. I don't remember how they say it. Thank God. Ooh, acceptance is honest? What's the? Also, this could be bad. I don't think I'm far enough away. Also, how am I the last one alive? But the blue belly, not like this. I tried healing you, it worked. Yeesh. I don't know how I'm alive when so many others are getting clipped. I'm the last one to make it aggro, maybe? Maybe I'm not doing enough damage to be a problem? Probably. Oh, there we go. Finally got lit up. Oh, I might die here because I was stupid to do that. Eesh. What? That didn't go as planned. Last time I tried this boss, was down in like 5 minutes. So maybe it's just about getting a bunch of whales in here and like getting to the process essentially. Cause yes, we were. Yes, I noticed in the first couple minutes I was like, oh, his health bar is still barely moving. Well, get able to settle in. You guys got this. Should we restart? Do you want to restart Lone Sink and Bolty and see if we can get a better, I don't mean to be rude, but you know, maybe we can get a couple whales in here by chance, luckiness, who knows. I feel like that's what a lot of these people are doing. Cause yeah, we're gonna be here for like the whole 50 hours at this point. Go, go, go. You guys got this. Go. All right, Lone Sitting. Lone Sitting is like, I'm going to draw while you fucking grind your teeth into the ground. Let's try to get another grow. Okay, I'm about to say, let's back up. Back up. Hey, GG's. This is fun. It's a good time. I shall be the healer. Healers get clipped though. I feel like he aggroes on healers quite a bit. Also, I'm gonna catch up on chat. Rainy says, oh yeah, I've got a course for learning Blender. I'm super lazy though, and haven't done it yet. Haven't done most of it. Oh no. What do you call Red's making all kinds of mods. All kinds. And it's going smoothly. Some new roadblocks happened, but I overcame them. Let's go. That's the whole process, baby. I'm in the final stretch now for this mod. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Red says, feel free to share. I've been learning everything from Blender, YouTube videos, and fellow modders. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's amazing, man. When you get into any community that's proficient in anything, it's just wholesome when people lock in. Well, the odds that two random would be a healer is quite slim. It's true. It's true too. And also, I speak from a place of ignorance by having a what do you call it? A Shiro on my team, because I was just am in the out of hitbox range. Balloon Sitting gets before all this, he said, to be fair, Grin, I have invested a lot of time into each and every character I have built in Genshin. So for me, the argument isn't if I invest the same amount into another character, because I could probably make physical damage Lisa hit as hard as Eula. Maybe as this what a fun like an AR 60 36 Abyss. I still feel hollow. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know. It's meaningless. We've been in that world for too long without anything sizable to do, and at least to me, that's why Tower Fantasy is like, this is my home. This is my home. This is what I was waiting for. Even if the videos never do well, this will all be. This will be the game I play in the background for like 5 years, probably going. This will be my World of Warcraft. Please don't fail, game. Please. Please, that's what I feel. And again, it's not that I dislike Genshin or anything like that. I still love I love being a part of the community and hearing about what the people are excited for and the new events and the world exploration, etc. But to me, don't know. It's hard to invest in something that I don't think will become the thing that I want it to be. You know, even though it's one of the reasons why I haven't got into the one Dendro. You know, because at least if we let a lot of content build up, we can like play it for maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks straight. Oh shit. Oh my goodness, I did not realize how bad that hit when he charges up. I realized how people are getting clipped. Thank you. I was avoiding the big hit. Ooh, shit. Oh no! Trying to fire, it's not doing it. Holy shit, he excluded that person specifically. He's like, fuck you in particular, all the way over there in the corner. Brutal. Oh, it does seem to be locked up in there. Oh shit, in all kinds of ways. MB don't read chat loud. We gotta play this game. We gotta get this done. Ooh, that man has a pretty good range. So I don't know why I didn't mark the red circle that time. Maybe it's because there's so much Frigg's AoEs going on. Oh shit! Get out of there! Oh, you can only die once or revive once? I realize how long I realize everybody died. It's literally 2 hits and you're gone. Granted, this team also seems quite, it's better than the last one, but it still seems like a slow-going process. I feel like everyone's like, we're just rolling the dice until we get at least 1 giga fuck-off whale in here. Although we have one that's doing 2.7 million. That's pretty goddamn crazy. Blue Bear's also up there. Jesus Christ, both of you. Madness. What did Red say? What? I can't really click. I have to move this. Red said before he says, feel free to share. I've been all that, yeah. Oh no, I see everybody before that. I gotcha. Raid says, yeah, it's like a video course, so I can take it at your own pace, which is yeah, man. That I hope that's the future of like schooling. Essentially, it's just basically really well put together, like Bill Nye the Science Guy, fucking over 9,000ly edited and having examples and like showcases of what you do in most situations, that kind of thing, rather than the kind of like general like. Also, man, I get pretty lit up. I wish we could spectate Bolty, but it's not letting me choose. The damn bastards. Bolty? Can we choose Bolty? No? Okay. Well. To begin making mods for Elden Ring soon after its launch, and then proceeded to do nothing but make mods and learn Blender for months after. I was about to say, yeah, Red opened up the can of worms for himself, and he just got the most into it. He's gonna be one of those modders that never pursues a path in game journalism or game creation, but is gonna like make some of the best mods ever because he has the know-how and the passion, and he just chips away at it over time. And he releases like sim settlements. I remember when I seen the person from Fallout, he made that mod, and I'm like, why are Bethesda not like throwing buckets of money at you that you and like probably 3 other people made something that like is infinitely better than the entire housing system in the entirety of Bethesda's Fallout 4 or whatever, you know? But probably because he's like, I got my normal job that I'm used to. I don't need to fucking fly over to some weird country and work for a company that's make go under in a couple years or something. That's pretty cool, man. I know I'll end up doing anything that advanced. Maybe one day. Well, hopefully one day. Yeah. Well, Red says, "Lol, maybe one day." Lone says, "I do not. I do no damage, but I'm healing my ass off. Like my life depended on it, because it's never because it does. Never mind, I'm dead." Bodhi's gonna be like, "See, Lone, I told you not to fucking be texting in the range." No, to be fair though, it does look like it's yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be Mr. Negative, but it does seem to be a lot of people went down. And it looks like the process of damage has slowed greatly, but also, man, 2 people, Bolti and Saitia, what have you said? Are just cracked. 7 mil, golly. Although I can see that they do have a very cool. Oh, also she has Claudia. That'll do it. That'll do it a good bit. And she has Shiro. That'll also do it. That'll do a good bit. But I didn't know you could matchmake in this. You could just quickly matchmake and just keep rolling the dice until you get some people who are either willing to grind for an hour, it down to health, or just get a couple of people who are grinding whales who are like, fuck it, I'll help people get through. I do think in order for them to make this valuable, though, I do think they should like supersede the support points that you get from one of these. Like, I feel like you should give people like maybe 5, if not 1,000 support points just for doing this, just so people can like have some whales can have some incentive to jump in here and help people through, rather than just the goodwill of the game. Lonjiga says, I'll be the realist in this situation. We're not doing this with 3 of us and 5 randoms, bruh. We need an immense training arc. Or we could keep rolling the dice until we gauge, like, okay, it took us 2 minutes to get its first health bar back down. Maybe not this one either. Maybe we'll keep running that dice, rolling that dice, seeing when we get 1 people in here, they're like gunning it. I also will say that, man, there is like, it's very strange, the power system in this game, to where like, even in joint operations, I feel like most people who are there, like I am very behind, and I'm the second to top of the damage chart in most joint operations, and I'm already pushing. I'm CS 20 doing a CS 25 joint operation, and the fact that I am almost the top is like, what are you guys then? You guys must be like very low CS, and I get the idea that like, well, I want to get the best gear, and then I can just be, I can get there faster theoretically if you guys like help me kill some of these enemies. I can open this chest, and then I'm good to go. So that's true, but simultaneously, it is also one of those moments where you kind of feel like, man, like I get it, and maybe eventually we'll get to a point where we all balance out and we're good. But it does feel a little weird when you're like, man, I don't know why. Like, it's weird when you see like you're at fucking 10 million or 5 million, or like 2 million when you're doing these types of joint operations, like 2 or 3 million damage, and everyone else has like not even breaking 1,000 or not even breaking 1 million, and you're like, I'm not, like, again, I want to pull people, but I'm not, like, none of us are that. None of us are like Bolty, who has 5 million damage, who can like say, get on my back there, kiddo, I'll take you to the fucking world, whatever. None of us have that yet. So I feel like when some people do, and you feel like that, you're like, you finally have settled in, you become strong enough to carry other people, it'll be a wonderful feeling. But when you yourself are trying to get ground, and you're like, man, I don't mean to be this way, but where I'm in the same boat, except I took my lumps. I went to the previous hard thing and got all purple gear instead of being like, fuck it, I'm gonna go blue to fucking gold, because you'll carry me. And I'm like, will I? Because most people just log out. But also, I do know in joint operations, as much as there is an increased drop chance for the last boss chest, I do notice people are just like, why? Like, just use an increased damage card and fucking run it. Also, I am going to leave, although Bolty will be always remembered as the one who is just juiced. Unless his health was almost gone and I just made the biggest mistake of my life. Eef. Oh, someone with deep pockets, says Lowe's the nigga. Yeah, I think it looks like you need a good bit of people with deep pockets. Looks like you need like... Although I did see some whale guy who had like 50 CS or something, almost kill it by himself. So it is like, there's some people who, the deep pockets go deep in this game. Pretty deep. Bodhi says, so, you still want to try? Nah, right? Bodhi's like, my back's broken actually. I pulled a disc out of my back. Can we stop? Yeah. I don't know if we have anything more to do then. Oh, can we do joint operations at least? That should be at least achievable, at least the first couple chests, because I got a full package of resin. Got my team with me? Yes. Oh, no, there's the fucking weird, glitchy looking thing. I don't know if that's, I don't know what it is, but you guys look all, oh, you guys can't even see that. Sorry, what is this? That's the first time I've ever seen that get all glitchy. Oh, there you go. I think, well, maybe they get all blacked out of the encounter. Do you want to do joint operations? The one that gives you... Oh, this one's gone. God damn it. Anyways. What? Let me see real quick. I don't know which one I'm going to do. What I need to do. Let's see. Backpack. I need belt and armband and chest piece. That's what I'm missing. Chest, armband, headpiece. This gives you boots. Boots. We already have boots. This gives you shoulder blade. I think we already have shoulder blade, weird enough. We do this armband. We can do this one. Yeah, and also Shearers is actually not too bad. Yeah, let's do that. Can we do this one? I will help. I can easily do 6. Let's fucking go! That's what I like to hear. Let me pop a chest thing before we do this. Oh no! Our boy disconnected or just said, you know what? Fuck you guys. You stupid motherfucker. Let's do that. Give me a sec though, Bolty. I gotta go use the washroom though. Forgive me. Also, maybe Lone Snake will join back in. Who knows? Or maybe he was like, you know what? Fuck all of you. I hate you. I can't believe you both. 6. Right. I'm right back. Stuck amongst yourselves. I'm back. I'm back. Alrighty. Ooh, my back. Right. We do match. What he says? What did he say? I'm top DPS in 7 ones of the most time. Nice. Unless he says, but I know I know I have 4 out of 7 of my SS armors. Yeah. So I'm the same way. I got 2. I'm missing a couple. There's a couple. Did I hit go? I don't think I hit go. Wait, match? Why is it not? Why is it not going? Is it because the weird things happen with our things? I don't know. I don't know why it's weird, being weird. This. 6. Go. Match. Oh, you want to jump in? Yeah, hell yeah. What do you call it, raid? Do you have me on friended raid? My name is GRINN4. If you send me a friend request, I'll accept it. Kick loan maybe. Okay, is that what's happening? Let's remove. Yep. Hopefully it'll log back in. Hopefully nothing bad happened to his power out or something. Friends, where I want to click on. Yeah, Raiden, do you have Gamer Goblin? That was you? Gotcha. Oh, you've been here for a while. Okay, invite. Here we go. Come on, there we go. And this. Hopefully, what do you call it? Well, hopefully if Lone gets back here, we'll do another run for him, even just to do it. I think he also, like he said, he needs the armors thing too. That's not gonna fit there. It's matchmaking. One other person in the world, in the Radiant server. Get on here. Man, I will say, I wonder how that's going to work. I really hope that... It makes me worried with the whole server things, just there being so many. Do you think we'll ever get to a point where people just tune out of the server enough to where, like, everything slows down? Because there's already a lot of, like in the joint operations, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what happens when people are just getting into the game? Yeah, a part of me wonders how... I think eventually they'll need to optimize it in such a way that makes it so that everyone's kind of pushed together. That's what happens if you're in part of a server that just has no people in it. Like everything is cooperative. Like joint operations, you can't just solo, you know. So I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know your gamer name was the Goblin. I didn't know that was the other person we had in there. I forgot. Yeah, I hope Nolan's okay. I wonder why he just, yeah, I wonder his power went out, or if it was just that some shit happened. I don't know. And a bop. Man, that's the worst. That's the worst, man. Like, I don't know. If your power does go out, I don't know what it is. Also, goddamn, I am not used to this. I'm used to that taking a good 3 minutes. 3 minutes of just, come on, baby. Hey, we got a matrix. I haven't seen a matrix in such a long time, man. Also, I have continued to slack on the, what is it called? Oh, what is it called? Support points. It's one of the ones that I'm just the worst at. That and a wormhole. What do you call it, Bolty? When does wormhole reset? Every I know it's twice a week. I just don't know what time it is. I would assume it's Wednesday, maybe, or Thursday, when like it finally resets. But I just think, golly. I fucked up. I dodged. Somehow was able to be okay. Also, Red says, Red, what's, oh no, Red says, my current mod character is Bunny Rabbit from Sonic the Hedgehog that I'm making a Pelico from Monster Hunter in Elden Ring. That's insane. Also, what do you call it? The thing that always, like, I'm so excited when I see it. When I first went to look at Red's mods, excited did not work well in the sentence, but but the just seeing the not the endorsements, but just like the downloads, the people interested in them, and it's people excited to play them. Like that's awesome. How much do you get from that, Red? Is there like, if you were to kind of calcify what you're getting from the modding situation, is it like creativity? Is it satisfaction? Is it development of a skill? Or is it to some extent just the making something that people resonates with people to clearly find enjoyment from the things you create? What is it? My favorite ending. Red says, no, I'm making a bunny into a pellet. Oh, I see. Weird. So how is the bunny gonna... Oh, no, I'm making a bunny in a Pelico. Oh, I know, I see it. So you're making a mod for Monster Hunter Worlds, and you're making a Pelico into a bunny? Am I right? You're making bunny. Okay, so there's an entity from... It's an entity. An entity from Sonic that you're putting in Monster Hunter as replacing the Pelico. Gotcha. Bunny. I don't remember from Sonic. Okay. Ooh, chest. Finally got to level 36. I think now it's level 35 is the cap. It gets those 3 levels are gonna be demonstrous to get to, but still, slowly but surely leveling up. How do I put it? I was gonna say, I'm using level C0, C1 shear right now. Okay, I don't know what does that mean? What is that referring to? Is that like it's like you're you just wanted to have fun with Shiros? You're like this ground was with Shiro? Okay, I think that's what it means. I don't know what that relevant to. I'm sure I missed something. Uh-oh. Don't look at me. I should not have scratched my eye. I just tapped it. I just tapped my eye. Second, always tells me don't fucking touch your eyes. Oh. Ugh. I'm so far away. Oh no, not like this. Whew. All right, just happened to get lit up. Stop it. Keep pushing me off. Red says, I've made some money. Yeah, oh hell yeah! For thousands of people downloading my mod, getting the income via Nexus mod reward system, linking my PayPal. I've gotten donations. So yeah, I know that's one of the things that to me I always wondered though. Red, I feel like there's a type of person, weirdly enough, that or a type of mod that tends to get a lot of like. I think housing mods don't tend to get a lot of endorsements. Which is donates on Nexus. But I do think anything that's like body skin mod or like anything a little bit more risque or unique to person specific interests, kind of it's like the iconic thing of like, if you're gonna be an artist and you want to make money, draw weird furry bullshit, essentially. And if you want to, what do you call it? If you want to be a mod creator or something, essentially do some like sort of lewd armor or something like that, same thing. Basically sex sells essentially, and people are used to paying for weird stuff like that. So I've always noticed that seems to be the weird trend on Nexus in terms of people's donations. So I'm curious if you can speak to that in any way. Although I'm not sure. Have you made a oh shit, oh my, what happened? What the fuck's going on? My stupid mouse, my controller just gave out. What the fuck? It's the worst time to do that when you're literally standing in an AoE. But yeah, I've noticed that a lot, and that's what people talk about on not necessarily mods, but in every other facet. The fact that like different people are like conditioned to accept paying for things in different ways. Like to condition the anime fan to not pirate things was a whole ass journey to where they had to basically just say all of the videos ever are on Crunchyroll basically, and they're like, okay. I can get all of the seasons I want, all in like 3 different languages or 5 different languages, and literally like so much shit on top of it for people to finally be like, all right, fuck it, I'll pay her, you know. Look at a special vehicle part, sweet. Red says housing mods are very popular in Skyrim. I know. Yeah, no, I know. Like, so that's to me what I'm kind of trying to talk about. I think there's like mods that have always been notoriously popular, but there's ones that I think are like less popular, but they have more endorsements. So like people are willing to pay for a person to develop this thing more than say something like, oh, lovely home, because maybe it's also relative to where like, oh no, there's like thousands of house mods. They're all really good. But there's only one like body mod that's specific to my, I think, thought of a body that I enjoy or whatever. There's a specific mod. I remember I've seen a while ago where there was like a weird sweat mod on Skyrim when a person was reviewing it, and I was just like, oh, no one's made that yet. And of course, I looked at the endorsements on it. It was crazy. And then of course like 15 other mods came out like that. So it's just again, and I've always noticed that there's that correlation where like there are certain groups of people who partake in certain things that are conditioned to spend more than somebody who necessarily isn't, which is just basic, but it tends to be have a lot more of a lean on it. Let's see, what do we got? I gotta spend another thing. Although I will be honest, I have fallen off of the modding scene quite a bit, but I used to always watch channels that used to cover mods because I thought they were just endlessly interesting. What kind of people's creativity can go and how specialized people become about certain things. And yes, also not safe for mods, which are most of the of my type of mods. Radiant says, "Damn, I got a legendary break. Nice, man. Yeah, I'm hoping to get one of them too. Hopefully, we can snag one now." But he says Shiro deals so much damage, even though I haven't upgraded the weapon yet. Oh, I see. Do you have Claudia by chance? I really want Shiro. I want to try her with Claudia. Yeah, everyone says Claudia and Shiro are like. It changes the game, because I think Shiro was one of the characters that most people disliked, actually. Just her clunkiness was not very fun for a lot of people. But with Claudia coming out, people were like, no, if you got Shiro, buddy, you should definitely consider getting Claudia. But the game doesn't want to give me her. Yeah, that'll be how it is sometimes. Red says, for damn sure, yes. I use the CBD mod for certain... for creating my own body proportions with its body sliders too when I use Skyrim to play. Yeah. That was one of the first mods. I think that guy, it's one of the records I think on Nexus for having some of the crazy endorsements and like downloads. And it's just the person that was like, the body kind of looks like shit. Like, what if I made it like a more Victoria's Secret type of body? And of course, it's hilarious because as iterations came out, it almost got more like it got more like normal. I guess. And then came like the absolute complete cartoonification of characters' body types. And it was just like, oh, okay. And it's just hilarious because like even in mods, there's still an economy of interest and there's still like a niche acquisition idea, you know, like we're like, well, this is something that people have a proclivity to enjoy, or this, I'm into this, what are the odds that someone else is, and then it just springboards off of that. But I've just noticed that consistent thread basically going all the time, and I think it's beautiful. Basically, no environment or ecosystem is safe from it. Is the like the ever adjustment period for a lot of things, or for the like finding your way down the rabbit hole essentially. What other mods are you interested in making, Red? Because right now, I think you've covered quite the ground. Now you're getting into like what seems like kind of a companion mod, which sounds honestly crazy. Those were always my favorite on Nexus whenever I seen them, which I thought it's probably the magnum opus of jack of all trades, master of none development, but it's the companion mods, especially for Fallout and Skyrim and all those things. Anyone who's able to like hire a voice actress basically, or voice actor or whatever, to like grind out and to like give a voice to your character, etc. And largely it's usually like a friend or like a person that you hire for Fiverr, so you kind of need to like make a bunch of like other mods, or have a friend that's willing to voice act for you and that can kind of take direction to the point where like, no, this is supposed to be an emotional moment, can you do it again? And then your friend not be like, fuck off, I didn't even want to do this. God damn you. But yeah. Yeah, to me, I also like, but I also wonder also, there's so many, I don't know anything about modding, so if you could speak to it a little bit, so because whenever somebody sees a mod, I think they're like, oh, like, when I see a companion mod, I think that's awesome, I wish more people did that, not knowing the amount of difficulty that goes into making those kinds of mods. But simultaneously, I always wonder why the certain mods don't happen. Like, for instance, oh, what was the game that like, yeah, it was like Skyrim. Yeah, Skyrim was the game. I was thinking, why has nobody? Skyrim has been around for such a long time and is one of the most like developed modding communities in the world right now. Even still, like I think that people are like, man, how can Skyrim sell like 15 copies? And it's because the modding community has kept the YouTube ecosystem in terms of like search traffic and all that stuff just thriving. So there's always something to be excited about in this game, even if you're playing on console. Still be in your peripheral vision that makes you excited to play it. I think, at least. Also, goddammit. But the other thing I wanted to ask was one of the things in Skyrim that I thought and now we would have a mod that does it, like actually does it, not necessarily just like repurposes other assets to basically create a synthetic version of it, but it's guns. I was surprised that we didn't see something like dwarven gun. Wait for it. I know there's like dwarven guns that are basically remodels of staffs, but I'm talking like a genuine gun. So like it's not. I guess like is all modding just like repurposing assets and animations, and like basically the creation kit has basically created grooves for you to work in, but you can't necessarily create new grooves like basically importing whatever other gunplay, like Battlefield's gunplay, and like re-interfacing that thing, or somebody who's worked on those kinds of systems and knows how to build it from the ground up. I remember there was a person in Fallout 4 that was making like gun animations, and he was great at it. Like he made like every gun he had a crazy reload animation. And everyone was like, "Holy fuck, this is like we don't even see this in Skyrim." And I think he was a developer, so it kind of made sense. But yeah. Also, what's good, Sting? How are you, Sting? No. How has life been, Sting? Also, I was in the right place. Perfectly positioned myself. Oh no! Red says, "Lol, yeah, I've noticed extremely oversized, thick body mods are very popular lately in various mods." Yeah. No, that's also something that like I haven't checked those out. Oh shit, I was getting complacent. Thank you so much, Blueberry. Yeah, but that was something I've seen like so far in so many different scenarios in modding. to where like it's almost like, oh yeah, like again, I think it's kind of akin to largely what I'm trying to do with YouTube stuff, which is like you're seeing so many patterns and you've seen them throughout such a huge course of time. That you're like, oh no, this is gonna be like, if any game comes out, like Cyberpunk is gonna come out. First of all, it already exists, but eventually there's gonna be a housing mod. Eventually there's gonna be a body mod. Eventually there's gonna be all kinds of specific body mods. Again, eventually there's gonna be a sweat mod. Eventually there's gonna be like, eventually you're like, no, this is just the course of humans' proclivity. Everyone's fucked up and weird and into all these kinds of things, and this is just gonna be the course. Especially when people have options, this is the options that people genuinely look for. So if you're a modder and you want to actually make something that people genuinely engage with and or find purpose in and or can make money from, then that's the kind of your baseline to track and understand what those things are, what they've been in the past, so that you can kind of create them for the future. And that just kind of, to me, makes sense. But yeah. Oof, barely squeezed through that. Also, still nothing, you son of a bitch. I just want one gauntlet. It's too much to ask. Where the hell is the chest? I haven't spawned in yet. Damn, I can't. No, it's all good. You don't even need to correct yourself. I'll get you. If I'm like, I don't even know what do you mean by this? Then that's when you could come in. But otherwise, man, I get it. Like, I have a grade 3 or spelling, my guy. You don't ever have to feel judged or like you're doing anything wrong, especially when you're chatting. Especially considering most people just sit there silently, never commenting things, which is fine. But I will say, the fact that you put yourself out there saying shit, massive. Don't hold back. Red says, highly depends on the game and its available tools to make mods for it. Skyrim still has the top dog as far as I know when it comes to adequate tools to make mods. For example, Elden Ring does not support custom skeletons or custom physics, while Monster Hunter Rise do. You have repurposed existing skeletons and physics on Elden Ring. I see. Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense to me a little bit more. Because to me, I always wondered why, like, it must be such a huge feat to create like even just a pistol animation coupled with the recoil of the gun played as soon as you hit a button and doing it. I just thought at this point we would have seen someone who was like, fuck it, I'll do it myself, and make like a gun animation of you reloading, and then every time you hit a button it signals to play that animation to then fire a node of projectile that signals that it explodes, and then mapping out a lens flare so that animation can be played every single time you click. But yeah. But it says it all depends on the tools available, either provided by the devs, which is very rare, or tools provided by the community. Yeah, some people are generally giving you like templates to build off of, which seems huge. But yeah, that's a realm to me that, like, it's one of the, it's always like, when I was growing up, I always wondered how you'd get into game development, essentially. And that to me seems like, pound for pound, the best way to do it. I feel like some people go to school to learn game development and all these things. I do think there's an avenue that's really important. Like, for instance, friend of the community, Derpenstoff, basically went into like designing characters, like 3D modeling characters, which to me is a very complicated art intensive and like tool set. Like, you need to know Photoshop essentially, except not Photoshop, it's whatever game engine thing is working, so you need to know that in order to manage it. But the idea of like knowing the pieces and the moving parts to piece something together and actually create something and put it out, and then to work through the hurdles that come up through designing something, I don't think, as a person who or if you were a game developer, I think that'd be the single-handedly best thing that you could get as a thing. So to me, it's always the modding community is a wholesome bunch of it's a wholesome answer to the question of how do I get into game development. I think it's one of the best answers that has any complex or curious endeavor for what people are only loving more, which is games, anime, and movies and stuff like that. I don't know if there's a very good entry point for like making animes or animations. I don't know if there's a good entry point for those necessarily, you know. Also, Bolty, can you, are we able to go to the house or no? If I go to my house, will it say? Yeah, no, you can't. I don't think you can come to my house. Unfortunately, I was gonna say, you come kill animals with me. Come murder these cows. Oh, Bolty, yeah, you have Shiro. Do you have Claudia, Bolty, or nah? You just rocking Shiro because she's Shiro. Or do you also have Claudia? No, you do not have Claudia. Gotcha. I see the no. I see it. Gotcha. Shiro does look pretty awesome. I will say though, I'm always Tower Fantasy is probably the definition of like, oh, you're that short? Like, oh, I thought you'd be taller in real life, because the amount of times I see a person and I'm like, oh my god, like for instance, the person that I think is on the banner for this character right here. Not this. Also, man, I hate this event. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know, this person right here. I thought she'd be like pretty tall, but no, she's like a fucking child. I don't know, man. I don't know what to give you. I don't want to give you all of it, so I just give you random bullshit. I'm not even sure if that's right, but we're gonna give you some bread. We're gonna give you some fish, trash. You disgust me. You disgust me. Sorry. I don't have any fruits and shit. I don't want to give you my good tea. Take it and get out of my face. Oh, you're unhappy? Oh, I am too. Fuck off. Trash. Anyways, God, it's so shit. I don't want to make a fucking whole platter of food for you. You're terrible. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to even the slightly good one, which is this. Which this is pretty huge, actually. It's 10 fucking boxes of that wild. Oh, but it's Cobalt B. I don't like things that are sweet. I don't know how to make machines that cook in one go. You don't know how to make a microwave? Or no, like a whole thing just does it by itself, I guess. Huh. I would tell Bolty to help me, but it's like a whole ass thing. I don't know. Take this. Actually, I'll give you all of my best food because I can't be fucking bothered, and I just want you to know that, hey, if you ever want to come to hang out, you know, and that sounds creepy. I'm gonna stop. I get it. It's weird. Hey, just take it all and get on my face. She wasn't that happy with it. She was like, this is food. She looks awesome, dude. Got fucking tatted up and shit. Anyways, sorry. We got some nucleuses. Okay. How much is the one? It's like 800. I don't know. Yeah, we're not. We're not doing the 700 one. Oh, but 800 guys give this something. Lone Sninger, back at it. How are you, Lone Sninger? What happened to you? You get cut out? Your power go out? Cobra be looking good with twin tails supremacy. Yeah, well, that's also pretty cool. It's also nice. Oh, it's king. Oh. I don't know, it's just a bunch of shit. I sent you some info guides for cooking. If I know, also Red sent me, or also Bolty sent me them, man. Nothing helps because it's like I gotta literally make every single platter for you. I made like 2 items for them, and they're like, okay, it's kind of good, but it just seemed like it's just awful. It's just awful, man. Discord, is it like? I think Bolty sent me the same thing, or was it? Maybe it was Red. Oh, it's Bolty. I see Bolty's thing right here. Where's Red? I sent some info guides. Oh, no, there it is. I see you sent me thing. Ada Cafe event. Maybe this is different. Ooh, it looks a lot more streamlined. So I gotta make them all this food? The gluttonous bastards. Actually, no. Like, some of it's actually pretty chill. But I don't know how to make all of it. So do I got to Google the fucking name of it all? Locations for limited food. And you got to give all of them. And it's just like, hey, it gives you like 40 points. Is it 40 points? 40 points each? Is that what you mean, Red? Is it like 40 points all of it? So like when it says Coco, 40 points. Is that what that means? Or is it like 40 points each? So you can get like bank actually if you get all of these. All of it's 40 points? I can't be bothered. Keep your fucking weapon parts. I hate this event so much. It's also such a shit show because it doesn't tell you where, like, it'd be one thing if it was like, you want to make this thing that they want? Go here and farm this location. Hey, I'm instilling data into you that you can like go if you ever want to make any more food or you want the benefit of this food, you know where to go. Instead, it's like, they like this. Go off to the internet, to Wikipedia, you Reddit's, everything to figure out where this is. And then also you do it, and it's like you need one of this, two of this, and one of this. And then you're like, okay, I guess I'll just put like 15 carbon water in there, I guess, to fill it out. And then it makes something entirely different by you adding like 15 carbon water. So it's just like, fuck you, you rat. Anyways, I hate it. No, I said it, I had to charge. Oh, no, that's what it was. Okay, so I didn't see the previous message. I thought you were like power cut up. Red says, looking at the Reddit post. Oh, look at the Reddit post? Does it tell you where everything else is? Is it not the complete package, is what you're saying? There's that. And then there's... Okay, no, it tells you right there. One of these, two of those. Okay. Reddit post. Okay. Dish, that item 1, 2 broccoli. It just seems so complicated. It just seems like, why? Oh my god, you know. I think I'm just gonna keep. Everyone's like, "What do you want? You want rice? Oh, I can make you rice." I'm like, "We sell French fries and a McFlurry, and you're gonna get the McFuck out of here if you don't like it, okay?" Anyways, I don't know if I can be bothered, guys. Rainy says, Grin, you have you done the new Dragon World boss yet? I have yet to do it. I thought we were gonna do that actually this stream, but it looks like we're gonna do it probably Tuesday. Tuesday we're gonna try to grind out my cards for the Dragon boss. Hopefully some of my people come out, because I don't know if everyone's. I feel like I missed the wave on it. Red says, 3 people you need to feed each day. I know. I'm not gonna get enough for the big poo, but maybe I can get a little couple wishes. 3 people with full plates, right? You can't just put 1 in there. You're like, yay. I'm just gonna feed King whatever I have. You can take one of these. You can take one of these. I'm keeping that. You don't get any soup. I'm keeping that too. Take one of these. How much does this give you? A little bit. A little bit. It's like 20 opposed to 40. I'd take it. Yeah, I don't think I'm too behind, but still probably behind. It's lame, boring ass event, but it gives you nucleus. So yeah, nucleus to me is good, but it's this shit this I could see being real huge. This 10 of these. Also, I want, before you guys leave me, because we're about to. Oh god, you guys are in sequence. Holy fuck. That's real weird. I was weird. I feel like I just seen something I shouldn't have seen. Well, I'm gonna back out here and go to my. God damn it! I'm gonna go to my camp. I'll be right back. I'm going now. Okay, so basically, here's what's the problem is, guys. When it comes to the housing thing, what should you buy? Because we have a surplus of material, not boss material, so we shouldn't spend boss material ever on any of those shop things. But we are going to have a surplus of paint and everything else, because we just generate that throughout the course of upgrading. And it does seem like it's capped out. Everything is capped out by boss material, which is why I think Bolty was saying that it's going to, like, almost by default, everyone's going to be on a month timer essentially, or a month delay, or 3-month delay, sorry, to be able to fully upgrade it, because just boss material shit, it's going to be the thing that's holding all of us back, which is unfortunate, but it kind of makes sense in terms of scaling. They also want to make it so that people are utilizing the effect of what this gives you, which is to, like, be able to buy some materials from the shop or get some matrices. I don't know if I should buy a matrice, which I feel like matrices will always be there, so I probably shouldn't do that. I think we should probably buy the limited items in the shop. I just don't know what to buy with the resources that we have, because right now we have yeah, like if I go here to look, I have no boss material right here. We're limited per week for this, but we can get a lot of food by just killing mobs and stuff like that. Also, do these things generate all that? I wish there was something that generated boss material, but there's nothing. That's nice to know. So I know be doing it then, yeah. So I will not be doing it now. but if you only give them shit every 3 times, it is still enough to get 1,000. Oh wow, really? Let's go. Okay, so you don't need to go and give them the cream of the cream. 3 people you have to feed each day is lame. Or as event, click on the magnifying glass on the event page to see where to get limited materials from the limited event recipe. This? No, wrong one. We go here. I know when we go to here, we can click limited food. And that's where we can see that. A rare food fallen from fruit trees, specifically obtained in Ada's Cafe. Wild boar found in the forests of Ostra. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess that's true. You can't just go to Ostra and like fuck around the bushes and etc. But it does feel still like, well, all right. And also, this is gonna age away, right? Like, it's not like we're gonna permanently be able to get boar. Or are these added to the base game as soon as we have it? Because my point, the whole thing is like, I just feel like it's like, yeah. Now that you told me that, like, I won't be able to get all of it, but I'll be able to get some of it. If I'm able to get 800, then I'm happy. But you're saying I won't be able to get these things for the last big pooba. But that's also considering you're logging in every day, giving them at least some food. And but Red is do you have to give them a full platter of food? Is that what you're accounting for? So like you still need to give them one of each spot to then give them to then have a yield. So you should just make one of a lot of one of any type of resource like food and all that stuff. I bought all the red nucleuses from the shop. That's probably a good idea. That's probably what we should do. So we don't want to spend the material we'd have 15 of. Don't want to spend any of this. I might want to get this. Or maybe this. That's 20. No, we can't even afford that. Metals. We have a lot of metals. We don't really have a lot here, though. We could buy these. Looks like everything can get you one of these, which is crazy. We also need 20,000 of them. Sorry. Yeah, I think I might be buying these. Although this is kind of nice too, but it's only 3. No, but it's 5 actually. No, it's pretty good. 1 pack is 3. I want to kind of buy these. I'm not sure. That might be too much. I think it's probably worth it though. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I don't want to spend paint because I always feel like I'm low on paint. We don't want to spend any of this. Nor any of this. I wish there was a way to get boss material. I feel like, yeah. You said red nucleus? I don't think there's any red nucleus in here. I didn't see any, at least. Or is that what these vouchers are? Red says, I've yet to actually even go to the artificial island. Even once yet, honestly. I've been just logging in and doing the minimum each day, each since I started my, yeah, it makes sense, yeah. Although you kind of want to get your artificial island going a little bit, just so it can start generating currency for you, although we're all kind of capped out. So you have, if you're a week behind, if you get to it next week, that's fine too. Also, it's better that you're just having fun with the game and taking it at your own pace too. So don't feel obligated ever, but yeah. Oh my god, something meowed when Shiro is idle. It's a cat that just comes out of nowhere. Yes, full platter. Okay, so I'm probably gonna be a little more behind than everyone else, but that's fine because the resources start drying up at that point. But I went a week without capitalizing on all of the food slots being gained, which is why I'm pretty behind, probably. Boldy says, nah, don't buy anything besides the special voucher. So these? Really? Want a taste? Okay. I trust. Not these though. These ones seem pretty good. Oh, okay. Let's see. Special voucher. Buy one of them. I guess there's only one given to you per week, so it's probably pretty good. I think I haven't really messed with any of the spirit voucher things, but yes, no, not that. Thank God it asked. I was like, do you really want to buy this? Yeah, no, I made a mistake. Should we do one? I don't even think I have it unlocked. Yeah, I don't think we can yet. I think that's on a delay. Actually, maybe not. Shiro's thing. Where is Yeah, no, it is on a delay. Okay, so we need to get to level 5 before we can start getting the pulls. Level 5. Ooh, close. Not really. I probably able to get it. Well, 3, 4, 5, it'll be costing more, so we might be only able to get a couple levels. That maybe makes sense. Huh. Regardless, eventually... No, them fuckers, they do. They give you quality building materials is the thing they cap you on this. Yeah, same thing with this. Son of a bitch. So is that all of them? Yep, all of them have that. So that's the limitation. So you like with matrices, you're deciding whether you want to have better gain every week to then buy the entire store, or to then spend them on getting a matrice. That makes more sense why it's unfortunately balanced. I wonder why this one costs more. What does it give you? Does it have a better chance of dropping the other ones? Maybe it just gives you a different material to jump in. I thought maybe it was because you basically could pay a different resource that's not, rare. But no, little unfortunate. Oh, that's so cute. The little cat that pops up with Toshiro. Nah, don't buy anything besides the vouchers. Is the artificial island currently a currency shop? Yeah. Right now, basically, the way it's working is you basically just run up to one of these things. You would hit upgrade. You have to kill every enemy in your area. There's a video actually I made about it if you want to see that instead, because it's probably easier to understand in terms of the Brothers GRINN channel. But yeah, it gives you a bunch of currencies in which you can then buy from the shop, or matrices, which is really good. But the shop basically will take care of you. But I do hope in the future that there will be something that, because there's these plots of land up here that they're not showing us yet that seemingly could be something. They're going to be held. They could hold something. I don't know what they are yet, but it'd be cool if they added something. Again, this one over here, that basically gave you a yield. Like I would like to see that, and I wonder, and maybe people who are in CN server can talk to this, because I think this has been out for a while for them. To me, it would make sense when you get your little factory here leveling up to, like, say +5 or +7. That maybe eventually it will give you a bonus material, like it will give you some like purple or some green tier rock material at random. That would be really nice if they did that, because right now it's basically just getting like a currency called metal, a currency called decorating supplies, which is a little unfortunate. Hopefully it'll be something in the future that's a little more juicy. They all have weekly except the red matrices. I see. What was the red mount? Yeah, the red. That the red motorbike is. People are saying it's like one of the most. It's gonna be the most end game thing that people can look into. It looks pretty wicked. It's called the Crimson Meteor. But yeah, it requires you to buy like these, and there's 20 in one set, and you can only buy these once, I believe, a week. Maybe not. Maybe it's just. Yeah, no. I think it's just once. So I think you just have to buy. You'd have to use what is it essentially? Where is it? Yeah, you have to use 2,000 of every currency that you get, and we only have 1,000 after a week, so it'd be a lot of weeks of aggregating all of these to then buy all of these materials, to then not buy the things in the shop, to then buy the mount. So it's kind of like an end game gluttonous thing, but this is what it looks like, which is pretty sick, pretty cool. Oh, those have a monthly reset. Oof. Oh, I didn't see. Is that what you're saying, Bolty? With that, like, you mean the yeah, it says week limit 5. Yeah. So that, not this, but you're saying these probably the ones I bought just then had a monthly reset. Gotcha. The part of me wonders. I feel like maybe it's too much. Yeah. Well, even buying one of them is 2, so it's technically not that bad. But yeah, it's like 200 for one. But I think we should wait. Again, it's probably best to just be patient. Red says, also look at that food tower of fantasy link I gave you. It shows how to create. Yeah, no, that was really helpful. I did see it. It is opened on my Chrome browser, which I hope doesn't make my computer crash, because it just eats away at everything. Yeah, it's this F11. This is what Bolty sent me, by the way. It looks great. It tells you, am I blocking it? No, we're good. Yeah, it tells you all the foods and what they take as 2 of 1. But Bolty, Red. I still feel like Red sent me this, by the way. yeah, I still feel like it's like I don't know. I had many times where I think I was trying to make apple juice or something like that, or sugar, and I basically just kept putting. I had like an abundance of one of the items, which was sugar, and I always thought that people said that you could just fill up the rest of the bar with excess of whatever you have, and that will basically yield you whatever you need. But in my experience, it didn't happen like that. I didn't get. I spent like a bunch of carbon on water, and it made it like something else. And I thought if as long as you have two of these, one of these. And one carbon, and then you just like, okay, well, I need to fill up the rest, so I'll just put a bunch of carbon in there, and then it made something different, which I was like, shit. I think it was like I put a bunch of wheat, because I had a lot of wheat, and then it became something different when I put a bunch of wheat in there with one meat, and I was like, god damn it. Is it weird things like that, where like, no, you can't put wheat in there, you have to put the other expensive resource, and I'm like, fuck you. Or maybe you just need to do, because I didn't think there's a percentage chance for you to succeed, so maybe it's still better off you just doing the bare minimum of 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and eventually you'll detonate the chance percentage that gets you the yield, and then you can just make it for the least amount possible. That makes sense. I didn't think about it like that. I guess that makes sense. Because whenever you start making it first once, if you make it properly once, then you can make it for the bare minimum, I think, of 2 and 1, rather than like 2 and 15. Or sorry, 1 in 2 and 13 or whatever it be. Yeah, it's probably not making sense. Also, one of the things that pisses me off about the other thing, what do you call it? Let's jump back here. One thing that pissed me off, why do we not have a stove here? Like, what the hell? I want like a little place to cook. This is my fucking house. So I just got a bunch of random bullshit. It just feels like a work factory, not like a house. Even this thing is feeling very non-house-like, but I was thinking, they couldn't put like a little stove outside of your base? What the hell? Instead, we gotta go uptown into some sort of diner to make it. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, this was lovely. I had a great time. Monday, Tuesday, brain dead over here. Tuesday, it's getting real bad. I gotta stop. Whenever we stream next, I think we'll be streaming Tower of Fantasy, and I would love to actually grind the boss, because I'm pretty low behind on the boss grind. Also, I think next time, I think it's on Thursday, maybe? One of those days, there's a day in which I can actually look. We go to here, go to this. It's this one right here. This one's up Tuesday and Saturday. So Tuesday. So maybe Tuesday we'll do a lot. So maybe Tuesday, if you guys want to pop in, we could grind the boss for a good bit. And then, because I want to spend some of my resin that I've been capping out for a long while now on trying to get at least some matrices that are not shit, or even pants or something. So if I could start grinding that would be nice, because it's been proving to be quite the bastard. But yes. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I have to. Oh, actually, we should go raid somebody. Let's go raid somebody really quick. Do we have anybody that we could go quickly raid? I clipped myself again. Fucking damn it. I don't have any people we could go raid. We might just have to wind down, because it's a constant shitty meme that nobody streams on Sundays. So shit. Bodhi says, okay, I regret investing in Tasabasa now. Shiro just looks so much better. I mean, Tasabasa could also get a skin down the line, but also she's built different as well. I feel like you did a good choice. You invested in the right thing. Yeah, I feel like, we could, no raid suggestion. Yeah, but no one streams on Sundays. Besides the person that raided us, which was so sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I gotta go help somebody just now. That's what that text ding was. Hopefully I can see you on Tuesday. We'll be streaming over at, of course, YouTube. But thank you kindly for your time. Thank you all so much for playing with me, by the way. Hopefully one day we can be strong enough to do the raid, but we might just have to flip the coin enough next week to do that. But alas, thank you for playing with me, and goodbye.